Hello and welcome to Rabboni Catholic Community on this third Sunday of Easter. And we have the masterpiece of all masterpieces for our gospel passage. It is the narrative on the story to the journey to Emmaus. And I want you to keep this in the back of your mind. The journey of the disciples as they head towards Emmaus is Jerusalem, Emmaus, Jerusalem. Now, this particular passage is quite unique to the Gospel of Luke. We don't find it in Mark and in Matthew, and certainly not in the Gospel of John. It's very, very unique. Now, Jerusalem for Luke can mean the city Jerusalem. It can mean the place where God resides. But it also has this different meaning that I want to bring to light today. Jerusalem is the place of destiny. What does that mean? This is the place where Jesus is on a journey towards, especially I'm going to restart all this. I'm going to have to restart all this. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Brother. Appreciate it. Hello and welcome to Rabboni Catholic Community on this third Sunday of Easter, and we have what is often called the masterpiece within the masterpiece. That is the journey to Emmaus. It is found only in the Gospel of Luke. We don't find it in the two other synoptic Gospels, and certainly not in the Gospel of John. The Gospel of Luke, as most of you know, the Gospel of Luke and the Acts of the Apostles was originally one document, and they separated it in two. And the central part of separation, I think, is this. As we begin the Gospel of Luke, Jesus is on a journey to Jerusalem. Jerusalem is the place of destiny. Jerusalem is where he has set his eyes like flint, heading over there. This is the place where he'll be recognized as Son of God. But it is also something else that I want to bring out. I want you also to have at the back of your mind the journey of the disciples whom we meet today. They go from Jerusalem to Emmaus, back to Jerusalem. Now let's talk about destiny. What is Jesus' destiny? What is Jesus' sacred biography? The sacred biography of Jesus includes moments like the triumphant entry into Jerusalem. It includes moments like, of course, the Last Supper. These are wonderful moments. But the destiny, the sacred biography of Jesus also includes the cross. The cross not as we know it, but the cross as first century Christians experienced it. The cross is the big cross for them, right? Play on words there. It is absolute disaster. It is where all hopes are crushed. It is humiliation at the highest level. This is something that the early church has to deal with. How do they handle the fact that their founder, Jesus of Nazareth, died on a cross as a criminal? And can they reconcile this humiliation with the fact that it is part and parcel of the story of Jesus? Remember what it means to be crucified. Now, when I was studying theology, they taught us about, one of the lessons is about the seven last words of Jesus. And one of them, of course, is Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani, which is translated, my God, why have you abandoned me? Another translation of that for people who speak Jewish Aramaic, it means, my God, this is my destiny. Here's the question. What is your destiny? What does it include? What is your sacred biography? There is something unsettling in Jerusalem that Cleopas and his wife, wink, wink, decide to leave. Who is this Cleopas? Cleopas is the brother of Joseph, who is the father of Jesus. So Cleopas is Uncle Cleopas to Jesus. He and an unnamed person, some scripture scholars speculate that it was his wife, decide to leave. Why? Because they cannot stand how much it stinks to be in Jerusalem, how much of a disaster it is. Question: have you ever felt the need to just get away? Leave it all. Not answered. Have you ever felt the burden of living with the question, why? Why did this happen? And sometimes the question becomes so overwhelming, all you want to do is go to Vegas, right? So when you think Emmaus, think Cleopas and the unnamed person are leaving behind that place of disaster, going to find a happy place somewhere else, maybe in Emmaus, where they can forget everything. But Jesus joins them and walks with them. Several things that I find I can pull out of this gospel passage just for our reflection today is this. Unless you and I really face head on whatever it is that has crushed us, we are not going to grow. There's no chance. See how the disciples journey. They journey away from the place of embarrassment on the way to Emmaus, and they return to the place of embarrassment, and it is from there that they rise. In other words, you cannot rise from the place where you did not fall. You and I have to find our truth. We have to find those moments that have been extremely difficult. We have to find those moments that have embarrassed us so much, where our hopes maybe sometimes have been dashed. That is sacred ground. That is the place where God sometimes leads us to go, so that you and I can face our own disasters. And from those disasters, we grow. Now, what helps you and I go back to the place of crushing and not be crushed? The Eucharist. He takes the bread, blesses the bread, breaks the bread, gives it to them. They realize it's him. Now they have the courage to go back and face reality head on. Maybe you and I need to do that too. The Eucharist gives us courage to visit those difficult moments, to visit the places where we have crushed, and not to avoid them at all, but to grow from them. God bless you, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.